Hello. And wait, I got to get myself on the screen. Welcome. Is it Wednesday already? Jeez Louise. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness. It's Wednesday already. And normally I'm excited for Wednesday to get here. But because I'm on break, I'm not excited. I'm like, geez, oh man, Wednesday has come so fast. So how is everybody doing? You guys know I live in Ohio. In Ohio, it's one day it could be, it could be 70 degrees. The next day it could be 30 degrees, literally 40 degrees, cooler. And so today was one of those kind of mid days where it was like, I think the high was the 50s, but it didn't feel like it. It was chilly. And so I had my heat up high and then I turned it down low. So it's low now. So that's why I have on this jacket. My jacket is actually kind of too big, but that's okay. I'm rocking with it. So I might have to take this jacket off though. I might get a hot flash. I don't know. So we'll see how long I can last with this jacket on. I don't know. I have a sweater. I think I might have to take it down a notch with the sweater, but we shall see. So anyway, it's so funny because I've been so busy. I had so many appointments. I watched, my daughters and I bedding today. So I've had a lot going on. And then of course we had the Easter weekend that I want to talk about with you guys today. So you guys might be saying she's talking a lot about food. Well, that's because, with the whole health, everything is related to really what you eat and how much you're eating. So exercise is great, but when it all comes down to it, it's what you're eating is, it's so pivotal, right? And so, so that's why I really want to talk about it. And not for nothing, I get a lot of comments and on my videos, and I also get a lot of emails, and people are talking about not losing weight, struggling with eating. And so that's why we have to really kind of focus on the food of it all. And I can relate to all of that. So before I do that, can I ask you guys, is there a vertical chat? I was trying to figure that out with my moderator, the fabulous Mel B, before this live started. And I scheduled, a vertical live and a horizontal live. And I can see on here that it says that both are in play, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You have to let me know. So in the meantime, happy hump day, says Mel. Happy hump day, Mel. How are you? Mel is saying, please like and share the live stream. As you enter, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I appreciate that. Speaking of subscribers, I'm close to 5,000 subscribers. So we got to get me to 5,000. I don't know how soon or not it's going to happen, but I just looked, I thought that was pretty exciting. You look up one day, you got your 1,000. Well, 1,000, that, because you're kind of watching that. You're on a countdown. That 1,000 is so special. But then the next thing, the 2,000 was like, oh, okay, let's see if I can double it. And then everything else goes so fast. You don't really think about it. The next thing you know, you're almost at 5,000. How about that? So I love that for myself. Okay. And for you guys, really also, because, when people watch, you want to just come on here and do an even better job. Please like and share. Mel is saying, I think I read that. Keisha, how are you? How are you? I see myself. I'm going to move myself over because I can see myself on the vertical and I'm kind of out of focus. I don't know. Is my camera not like centered? And then I just did something that made it. Let me look at my I'm always hitting something and making my brightness not as bright. So I just did something. Okay, so my brightness factor is on. Okay, all right. You never know with this lighting. I say one day I look caramel, the next day I look darker, the next day I look at like bright, light bright. I think this light is different. Let me do something with this light. Okay. See how the light makes such a big difference? Jeez, Louise, the lights of it all. Okay, so we got MVP. How are you? The real MVP. Oh, I pushed something. I don't know what's going on. You guys can probably see me, but I see a blank screen. Okay, Chi Chi, how are you? Welcome in the chat. Did Keisha change her profile pic again? She is just a beauty. Love the hair. Oh my gosh, you are styling and profiling. I love that. You're saying, is this the right live stream? So is there 2 live streams? Mindy, how are you, Mayor Mindy? Mindy with the fabulous birthday, Easter weekend. How did that go, Mindy? Kate the Great. Hey, Kate. Kate was another one with the fabulous birthday weekend. How did that go for you, Kate? Well, I know you did you were having a fabulous time. So, yeah, did it end up fabulous the way it started, Kate? Let's see. Nancy, how are you? How are you? She says, good evening, all you beautiful people. And right back at you. Looking cute as a button. Look at you. I love the glasses. The glasses really attract my eye. Let's see. Happy Wednesday is MVP. And how are you, Angie? It's so good to see you in here. Look at you, looking fabulous again. Round Mound of Zepbound, how are you? He says, hey, Dee and friends. We got Reset with Anissa. How are you? Okay, who else do we have in here? We got Sweet B. How are you? She said, good evening, Dee and everybody. Okay, all right. So, Kate, how was your birthday? Okay, and I do kind of know because we talked. Yes, it was absolutely wonderful birthday weekend. My son told me that him and his girlfriend are now engaged. Oh my goodness. And they are planning on having a baby once they're married. Go Kate, go Kate, go Kate, go Kate, and her son and fiance. Oh my goodness. So you really had a doozy. Okay, so we gotta give you and your family some confetti. I just love that for you. Jeez, Louise. Okay, here we go. So, Kate, are you one of those people that don't want to be called grandma and you have another name like Nana? Some of the fancy names that they have for grandmas nowadays. I love that. That is such good news. Love that. Love that. Okay, so I want to know from you guys. So we had an Easter weekend, and I want to know, did you stick to your GLP-1 journey or your healthy eating? Did you stick to that, or did you have like that Easter meal? How was your weekend? Let's see. Did you stay on track? Let me see. I think I probably wrote this out to keep myself organized here, my thoughts organized, because I could go all over. I have a tangent and a heartbeat. All right, so let's see. Okay, let me find it. Okay, here it is. Well, first of all, just in case you forgot, we're talking about food noise. We're checking in. We're recapping our weekend. It was a holiday weekend. A lot of eating was going on. And no, in my house, I did a lot of cooking. So I want to know for the weekend, did you stay on track? I stayed on track. I struggled a little. The weekend just got me. So which one do you consider yourself? Staying on track? Struggling a little bit. The weekend got me. And staying on track, that doesn't mean like you ate something off of your menu. Maybe it was still in your calorie range. Another thing I I'll share is that, and I'm going to talk a lot more about this in a video than on this live stream. But I went to a nutritionist today. I'm not a nutritionist. I keep saying nutritionist. I actually went to a dietitian. There is a difference, right? The dietitian is the one that has to do all this education and training. So I went to a dietitian, and when I tell you, I thought I'm not going to learn anything new. I actually learned something new. And I thought the lady she did an excellent job of explaining things and talking about things. And so, yeah, I'm going to share what I learned, and I plan on implementing some of the things she told me. But one thing I told her is she printed out some stuff for me, and I said, no, I don't think she emailed me, so I'm going to have to follow up. Did she? No, I don't think she emailed me, but I said, can you email me this in print? Because, some of the stuff she had, it had colors, and I just want to hang it on my fridge and want to see it for myself, some of the things she shared. But I will say I kind of stayed on track. I ate, all the things, this is what I cooked. I cooked some, what did I cook? I took pictures. I'm going to share them in one of my updates when I come on a Sunday and do a live update of my weight and all. But I took, I had mac and cheese. I had sweet potatoes, candied sweet potatoes. I had a smoked turkey from Honey Baked Ham. That I didn't make myself. I had greens. My dad made the greens. I made cornbread. I had deviled eggs, aka angel eggs. I had what else did I have? Corn on the cob. And I had an anything but cake. Instead of buying the big cake that could have lasted for some days, I got each of us an individual, size cake. So one for me, one for my daughter, one for my dad. So that was good because it was portion control. And really, even that, I had to split in half. I got ice cream from Mitchell's Ice Cream. I don't know if you have a Mitchell's Ice Cream, but yeah, it was a thing. So I had that. What else did I have? I'm trying to think. That's it. I think isn't that enough? So I ate a little bit of all of that. And and then the next day, one good thing is I didn't continue eating. I had stuffing dressing. I call it dressing. But I had cornbread dressing, and my dad, I gave him all that stuff to take home. I made too much mac and cheese. I figured because he's having dental issues, he could eat it. So I sent him home with all of that. So I kept a lot of the turkey, which is smoked. So it has a lot of sodium. So you got to be careful with that. He brought me my own greens. So we're eating greens. My daughter loves greens too. So we're eating the greens. I cut up some onions and tomatoes. So I was eating that with my greens. So I've been eating that, after. So I sent out, I kept yams here, the sweet potatoes of it all for my daughter because she loves that. So I will say I stayed on track. Now, did I eat like 100%? No. One of the things I did do is did I eat breakfast that day? I want to say I did eat breakfast that day because the day before I only ate once that day, and I was like, I don't want to get sick. So I ate breakfast and then I ate the dinner, but I had like an egg and some turkey sausage earlier that day. So, and I didn't feel stuffed because normally when I eat those kind of meals, I feel stuffed. I go to bed feeling stuffed. I did not do that at all. So I consider myself staying on track. Struggling, I didn't struggle because it was nothing that I was like kept eating or wanting to eat. So I think I did a pretty nice job. Now I know some people said I'm not eating any of that, like mac and cheese or anything rich and heavy. And if you were able to like not eat that, I give you a lot of credit. Personally, for me, I did eat it. And it's so funny. My dietitian today said, "Oh, it's Easter weekend came." She's like, "I hope you enjoyed your Easter weekend food." I said, "I did, but I didn't keep it going for multiple meals and multiple days." And she's like, "Bingo, that's what's up." She didn't say that's what's up. That's me saying that's what's up. But she's like, "Yeah, that's the way to do it." So I love that. Okay. Ooh, yeah, you like the nothing but cakes. Okay, so are you guys telling me? Are you staying on track? What are you doing? Okay, so we celebrated Kate's son and his good news. Ooh, in Chinook, grandma is Chica and grandpa is it Chope? Chope. Oh, okay, so Keisha, she stayed on track. Okay, I love that. My sister and brother-in-law just became grandparents, calling them Lolly and Pop. So cute. Oh, Lolly Pop. Nancy, I love that. I love the I love the chica too. Is it, wait, it's not chica. Is that, what, how do you pronounce that? You got to spell it out. But anyway, I'm going to give you, both of you ladies, some confetti for that. We love that. I would imagine that's just like a great day to become a grandparent, right? You just get to love, hug, give the kisses and all that and send them home. Unless your child lives with you, unless they live with you. And then that's a whole nother discussion, right? Oh, Bellflower, how are you, my twin? She says, happy Wednesday, Diva, in chat. Oh, look at you. Oh, this is my girl. Look at you with that updated profile pic, looking fabulous. Majorie, how are you? She says, happy Wednesday, everyone. I've been seeing you up in the chat, but she's been in those comments. We love that. Okay, you struggled a little bit, but it was planned. Okay, I love that. So that was in your plan. Very good. So that was strategic. We love that. All right, Andrea, how are you? I had Easter treats. It was my birthday. So I had cake, wings, mac and cheese. Got all back on track on Monday. I love that for you. Of course, we got to sing happy birthday. Oh, Andrea, I did not know it was your birthday. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Andrea. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. So anybody, if I forget your birthday or don't know it's your birthday, you got to remind me, because I'm not so, my memory is not that great, even with the hormones. Even with the hormones. Okay, very good. I just love that. I love a good birthday song and singing happy birthday. All right, Tracy, how are you? How are you? Okay, she says hello to everyone. Okay, so Tracy, did you stay on track this weekend, or did you have a little bit of a hard time, or did you just indulge for the day? I guess that, indulging for the day, I think that's okay if you can get back on track. The problem is if you indulge and then you keep it going, right? Isn't that always the problem? It's hard to do the moderation. She says, too cute. Thank you. You are so welcome. Oh, my goodness. I love a good birthday. Ann says, we got donuts this weekend as a treat. We enjoyed, and that was that. Then Monday came back on track. Very good. And that's what I noticed about this medication. For me, it's easier to get back on track, too. So I love that. Did anybody have like a hard moment this weekend where you were tempted with something? Were the sweets tempted or not? Anybody were you tempted by the sweets? Did the food noise come back? Now, I'm going to tell you, I put a poll up and I had to take it down because my intention, I put a reminder for me to, and I, scheduled this community post, and I put a reminder for me to go back in and insert this food noise video. And I forgot to do it before it posted. So when I went back to edit the post, it wouldn't let me edit. So apparently when you add, now I could be wrong, but I couldn't edit mine. So when I went back to edit, I think when you have if it was just text, it would have let me edit. But because I had like a poll attached to it, it would not let me edit. I guess they don't want the results to be skewed or something. I don't know. So it would not let me edit. So I just deleted the post. But Bellflower, thank you for commenting. Somebody else commented too on the actual post. It was like 2 comments. If it was a lot of comments, I would have just left it up. But it was a couple of people that commented, and I responded to those. And when I deleted it, I think I still see the comments, but you guys don't. So I'm going to tell you, this is the poll that I put out. And I think I took a screenshot before I deleted it. Let's see where people answered. Here it is. I was going to repost the results, but I was like, I'll just talk about it. Okay, so my question was what was my question? My poll, it was, did you stay on track this weekend, or, how was your Easter weekend with eating, with the food? And I had a yes, I enjoyed it. A yes, I feel a little off today. I tried my best, balanced but not perfect, which I feel like we got a lot of those here tonight in the chat. And then I have a no, I stayed on track. Well, I'm going to tell you, I was surprised because 53 people said, no, I stayed on track. So I love that for you. Let's see, 8. Now we had, how many people? I don't know if it told me how many people responded to it. 51 people voted. So that was pretty good. And I ended it early. So 51 people voted. So again, 53% of people said no, they stayed on track. We love that for you. I tried my best. Balance, not perfection. That was 18% of people. Yes, and I feel a little off today. So somebody said they got off track. Okay. And then somebody else said yes, and I enjoyed it. It was 25% of those people said yes, and I enjoyed it. So it sounds like the people in the chat are saying yes, and I enjoyed it for the most part. But I love the people that actually were able to stay on track. Good for you. Good for you. So that was that. So I don't know if you guys can see that poll. I'm not so good at showing this. Okay, so that was the poll. I took a screenshot because I had to. I kind of left it up there, but it seems so incomplete, so I didn't want to do that. So anyway, okay, all right. So let's see. Okay, let me go in this chat. All right, so that's the first question. So my second question is, so do you guys have food noise? And if so, how do you handle it? Because we have a lot of people in here that are just doing such a great job on their journey. But we also have some newbies that are, just taking the GLP-1, coming on the live stream for the, first time. This is their second or third injection. And I already have heard people in my comments saying that they have food noise and they're on that 2.5 and they want to know what to do about it. So I've made a couple of videos. Let me put these up here. So this is my video for tonight. This is, what we're talking about. Did you eat that fried chicken, that mac and cheese, that apple pie? But why am I hungry? Jeez Louise, when you get that food noise and you're hungry, what is that all about? I have another video. The food noise is back. So what do why does the food noise come back? Because I think that's important. Why it comes back. And then this video is saying basically what you could do about it. What could you do about it when it's back? And then, you guys know I'm on spring break. So let me just say on Friday morning. So Friday morning. So if you could join me on Friday morning, I'm going to be live at 9 o'clock. And we're going to be talking about people who should take the GLP-1, who's qualifying for these GLP-1s. And if you guys remember, I told you a while back that I was trying to get my dad on Zepbound. So I'm going to catch people up on that. But we're going to have a bigger conversation. We're going to talk about my dad, but we're also going to focus on the overall conversation of who should be on a GLP-1. So I'm going to add this to the stage. Is it not? So, not for you. I don't know. We're going to discuss it. We're going to be discussing that on Friday. So Friday at 9 a.m. So if you are somebody who can, fit me in at 9 a.m. Now, we were on here on Monday. We had a great conversation about the compounds of it all. So I think that's going to be another great conversation. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so let me go back up in the chat. Let's see. Tommy's Bite Live. How are you? Tommy Bites Live. How are you? She says, hi, Dee Dee. Good to see you. She said hello to the chat. I don't look at it hard. Even during active weight loss, I will participate in the celebration of it all and go back to a regularly scheduled program afterward. This is not a diet. It's a lifestyle. Yes. And you've had a great philosophy and a way of doing that. And so I do that too. I'll indulge. I was telling the dietitian today, I do have my treats on the weekend. I'm going to try to get a video up before I go back to school talking about, that the dietitian and what she said. And I just think that she had some valuable information. Now, I've seen a lot of nutritionists on these different channels. Haven't seen a dietitian. Maybe they're not one in the same. They are different. So again, like I've taught health class before, being a teacher. So, I know some of the things to do, but it's always good to have a refresher. And I was teaching her some things too. I'm going to tell you what she said about those solar bagels. I'm going to tell you what she said about those hero bagels. I'm going to tell you what she said about the protein bars of it all. I just can't wait to share this in my video. So my goal is to get that video done and out, sometime before I'm on live again, which is, not Friday, next Wednesday, to get that out. And then we could really chat about it live too. But I just thought it was some good information. Okay, so you are so beautiful. I'm struggling right now with everything. Are you really? Oh my goodness, my goodness. Okay. So tell us, do you want to come on here, Tommy, and tell me, or do you want to just talk in the chat or no? Because if you want to come on here, and we can have a conversation, that would be good. Or you could just put it in the chat. It's up to you. But I really want to hear what's going on, and maybe, if we can help you through it. We have a lot of people in maintenance that have been met their goal on the GLP-1 that are in the chat, so they could be helpful, hopefully. So if you want to come on, let me know. All right, it says, don't we, okay, Kate says, don't we want to eat responsibly most days so we could be less strict on special occasions? The 80-20 rule. Yes, 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 yes. And I always say that I am an 80-20 person, but I think the thing that gets people, and this used to get me too before the GLP-1. So I don't want to act like, like, oh, I'm just, fabulous and can go back like that. I remember I used to always be that start on Monday person, start on Monday as opposed to the next day, the next meal. And then I was the next day person. Now I'm the next meal person. So I love that. But for some people, they have a hard time going back to that 80, right? They get stuck in the 20, and the 20 becomes 30, and the 30 becomes 40. And the next thing you know, you're 30, 70. Or you flipped it and you're 20% doing the right thing and then 80. So I agree with you, Kate, though. Let me give you some confetti, because that is, what I'm trying to do over here. I gave Mel the confetti. I saw Kate. I saw the name and gave her some confetti. Wait, let me find Kate. Okay, Kate. Yes, let's give her the confetti. Okay. Yes, responsibly most days, so we don't have to be so strict on the special occasions. Yes, yes, yes. Tommy is in the mobile chat. Tommy can still get on here if she wants to get on here, though. I'm in the mobile chat, and I'm like lean to the side. I'm trying to position this in such a way that I'm not lean to the side. I noticed that I was watching the mobile chat back on one of these streams, and I'm like, I'm half cut off. Half cut off. Jeez Louise. Look at you guys, I'm telling you, when you're on camera, you got to be okay with how you look. Because look at this. Look at this skin. You see the skin of it all? Allie from Fit Flavor Fun, not for nothing. I'm going to have to call her again. We were supposed to be just doing some kind of cream and talking about the cream of it all. And we were supposed to be doing that. And then, so she's had things going on. And so so I need to get in contact with her, because I want to know if that neck cream works. Do you guys know, has she talked about that neck cream? Kate, has she talked about that neck cream? I know that's your home girl too. So Mel says, Kate, that's how I live my life. Sometimes 90-10. I don't overthink it because I live a healthy lifestyle and I love it. Excellent, Mel. You do. You really do. I don't restrict any food, says Majorie. She says, if I want a treat, I'll have it, but I don't go crazy. I think that's the key, not to go crazy. Remember that Prince song? Let's go crazy. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Let's get nuts. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I love me some Prince. Don't get me started. Jeez Louise. Oh, okay. Live a healthy life says, I took my last 2.5 shot on Friday. 3rd and 4th week, no weight loss, normal eating. You'll start 5. Okay, you'll have to come back and let us know. So you start 5 on Friday. Are you taking it Friday morning? Because you could take it and then hop on my live stream. I have no appetite suppression this past week and eating all my calories with no problem. Okay, so it sounds like it is time to go up on the dose. And hopefully you talk to your doctor about that. I think 5 is going to be that little boost that you need. When I think back, like 2.5 and 5 were great doses. Your body is just getting used to it. And not just for the weight loss of it all, but just for feeling better, for that inflammation coming out, for me, like those things. And you've been watching back, she's another one that's been going back and watching some of my older videos. And I'm talking about that, right? How like the inflammation is gone. I'm like jotting up those stairs, not for nothing. At 53, I always thought 53 was so old, much older. Now I think, I don't even want to say old. I think aged and like seasoned is like 80 to me. So I know some 70-year-olds that could give me a run for my money. So and they're working out, they're hitting that gym hard, they're living that healthy life. That's what I want to do. So yes. Okay. So Tracy, you stayed on track. She said, I did add a little brown rice, quinoa to my meal. I normally don't eat too many carbs. Okay. So well, let me tell you what the nutritionist said to me about the carbs. Now, you guys know I'm not going to tell you now. I'm going to save it for the video. But I'm telling you, I was thinking about cutting carbs, and I still am like cutting more carbs out. And I got to tell you what that nutrition. Let me stop calling her a nutritionist. She's a dietitian. I want to tell you what she said, and it had me thinking. And when I talked to her, mind you, I talked to her. I had my what I eat. I had pictures of what I'm eating. I had my DEXA scan info. I had everything. I was prepared. And I think she really appreciated it. Okay, wait a minute before you get the confetti out of your hair. Here's some more. You have the best hair too. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay. All right. Love the hair. Okay. So Dr. Spencer Nadolsky, obesity specialist, suggested cutting calories a week before special events so that the weekly total balances it out in line with what Kate said, 80% through the week. I love that. That's, very good. And I think, if you're doing your calories, a lot of these apps will tell you what you have for the day, but they'll tell you what you have for the week. And if you could see the weekly view, that'll give you a really, easy way to kind of like average things out, right? See how that average fits in there. We love that. Let's see. Doses of Shani, how are you? Looking snatched in that profile pic. Look at you. You are gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. It looks like you're coming down instead of the yellow brick road, the white brick road. I love it. Very good. Very good. I know you got to feel good. You're looking good over there, girl. Tommy says, I'm just wondering, should I stop because I'm losing more volume in my face than I want? I'm not at my goal. I'm about 10 pounds from that, but I'm trying to plump my jaw. Isn't that why those celebrities don't get the Botox? And then I can tell, not for nothing, but look at my hands. That's a way you could tell women when they're aging. So, I feel like the fat is just going off of my arms. The fat is, I'm telling you, my thighs too. Now, if you look at my DEXA scan, though, I was looking at that DEXA scan with the nutritionist today. You could see where my fat is. And geez, Louise, and it doesn't look like the fat are around my organs as much. I thought that was interesting. It's like in the outer parts. I'm going to show this too when I do my video again, the DEXA scan of it all, like so I can see. And then, we planned on when I should go back with this dietitian, which is, I want to go back before my birthday. She thinks I should go back a little bit later than that. So we'll see. But yeah, I was just looking at that and I was thinking, geez, Louise, like this fat is just picking and choosing everywhere but my belly. Now, remember I showed you guys how I was snatched the other day? And then when I turned to the side, now this is with all that Easter food too. Then when I turn to the side, you could really see my trouble area is that not even the bottom, like they call that the fupa. My top part is just doesn't want to leave. So I think I'm going to do some kind. I know you can't spot reduce, like, okay, because I know people are going to tell me that. I know you can't, but I do want to focus. Now I do that lift with C, and I'm going to tell you, she does a upper body, a lower body, and the ab. I skip the ab. I skip the ab. So because I do 3 times a week. So I skip the 2 ab days and I just do the upper, lower like that. And I don't do the abs, but maybe I need to do those abs because, when you look at me from the front, I mean, and I am coming in, like there is no denying that, right? You saw that the other day. If not, go back and watch my last live. That was on Monday. So remember I said, I'm going in. So I want that curve. But baby, when I turn to the side, Tommy, it's like, geez, Louise, that belly wants to poke out. So I got to do something that, eating is the number one thing you could do. But I do want to focus in on doing some exercises to like get some inches down, like get some inches off of this belly. So, but the face is another thing. Now, it was one time when I was just really on this journey coming down. I mean, I was, doing really well, like before these, like November, into November. And this was even worse. I feel like my face has plumped up a little bit. And guess what, guys? I like it. At one point, I felt like my face was chiseled, going. I felt like I was possibly getting an Ozempic face, and you guys probably can't see, but you can see. I can see the wrinkles. Now you can see. Sometimes if I go like that, it looks like I have a double chin, but really I don't. This camera. But look at that. Look at that, Tommy. Now, if I was to get that on here, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, why do you want to lose 10 more pounds, Tommy? Is that your goal? Like, do you have a goal weight to get to? You have a goal to get to, what do you call that? What do you call that goal weight? Like, is it your BMI? Is it a place you want to be? Like, what is going on with that? I wonder. Like, that you want to get 10 pounds down, because the Ozempic face, I don't want to look at my Ozempic face. I'm telling you, I'm already having a hard time. In my last video, I thought, oh gosh, I think I look cute. But then I would turn every now and then and you would see that hanging skin right here. So I need to get me some cream. Bellflower, what kind of creams? Tracy, anybody? What kind of creams can I get? Mel, to help out with this. And I'm telling you, it was worse. And I say to myself, if I lose 70 more pounds, how is my face gonna look? I talked to the dietitian about that too. I'm telling you, we had a good conversation. The only thing about this dietitian is that I'm gonna save it for the video. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save that for the video. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that was Tommy. Tommy, do you want to come on and talk about it? She's like, no. Wondering, is it normal to have no appetite suppression and weight loss before time to up your dose? Yes, people have had that. Everybody's experience is so different. I've heard a lot of people say that. But I would say if you have but it's people who have lost 100 pounds plus. Mindy is in the chat. We call her Mayor Mindy. And Mayor Mindy didn't really have appetite suppression. I hope I'm remembering that correctly. And I also, Darium is not in here yet. Maybe he'll come later, but he's another one who didn't have appetite suppression their whole journey. But let's focus in on this lady that lost over 100 pounds with no appetite suppression. Now, she had the food noise taken away, which is great. But if that appetite suppression is you're relying on that to kind of help you control your portions and what you're eating, I would say it was time for you to, probably go up on that dose. But talk to your doctor. Hashtag, I'm not a doctor. But I think that's one of the advantages to being on this GLP-1 is having that food noise gone, which is, your brain is controlling that. And then also having that appetite suppression, right? Because, when you were hungry all the time, now you don't really want to eat. So if the food noise gone though? Do you think the food noise is gone? Do you know what that is? Have you had the food noise? Because I would say if the food noise is gone, you could survive on the dose. But if that food noise is not gone, that's going to probably be more difficult. So, you would have to know, do you know what the food noise is? And are you having it? She says, I don't want to come in. I'm not. Oh, that's okay. That would be me too. So can you tell me, Tommy, are you trying to lose 10 more pounds because you're trying to get to like a certain BMI, or you're trying to get to a certain dress size? If you stopped right now, would you be okay with maintaining where you're at? Because I think if you're happy with it, it's okay. Right. And what is your doctor saying too about the 10 more pounds? Okay, so Bellflower is saying that was her experience on 2.5 milligrams. For me, it changed when I went to 5 and then 7.5. Hopefully it changes as you titrate up. Yeah, I think it will. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got a new member. Oh, my goodness. Yay. Wait, let me find you. Oh, thank you, Tracy. She says, and they say, you became a member. I was wondering why it was showing twice, but I forgot because I'm on vertical and horizontal. So that's probably why it's up there twice. Okay, I saw somebody else. I think it was Grant. And I was like, why is his name up here twice? But that's why. Okay, I think that's why. Welcome. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Yes, when I retire, we're going to be doing Eat Not For Nothing. Before I go back on my spring break, I want to do something with just my members. So I'm trying to figure out a day that I could get it in. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some things with my members exclusively because I'm going to have time on my hands, right? I'm trying to find some confetti. For Tracy. Wait a minute, Tracy. Let me get this together. It's trying to take me off my game, but I'm not gonna let it. Welcome, Tracy. All right, here we go. So Tracy, tell me, how is your friend doing? Your friend that's on the GLP-1, how is she doing? Remember we were talking about, what about your friends? I remember you said you had invited her here. So how is she doing? Okay, so you said, I like the toning of the face, but it's not sagging. I had a goal, but my son and husband said I need to just go to a maintenance dose every 2 weeks, and I think that's what I will do. Okay, yeah. I think that's what you should do too. But I do know the celebrities get those fillers and they get the Botox, and I think that's why, because they get that Ozempic face. I don't know what they're doing for the neck. They're doing something for the neck. If somebody knows what you could do for that neck, let me know. Sometimes I find myself like trying to pull my fat down in my cheeks. I want it to come down so I don't have the that neck. That neck is so annoying. Is it called a crow's neck or something? What is that called? Yeah. Well, if you're on YouTube, you gotta be okay with how you look, because geez, Louise, you see every flaw you got going on. I'm using a rose hip oil and castor oil. Seems to help. Also cocoa butter. Okay, so I got some of that. Do I have castor oil? I might not have anymore. My grandmother used to make us drink that, and I mean, man, you would clean you out. You would be going to the restroom like crazy. When we were sick, we had to take that castor oil. Rose hip oil. I've never heard of that. Okay, so I'm at the write that down. Rose hip oil. How about that? So let me write that down. Rose hip oil. I'll have to look into that. Okay, thank you for that, Rosie. Okay. Oops. Okay. All right, very good. And then we have let's see. MVP. It's been great. I've maintained my weight and the Zepbound is still zepping. We love that. We love that. Okay. All right. Lovely says, hello, my neck used to look like that, but as I continue to lose, so the weights help smooth out your neck. What kind of exercises are you doing? Maybe I need to switch it up too, from working out with Cece, or she has a ton of other programs. I've been stuck on this one, but if I'm challenging myself, if I'm need to challenge myself, that's what I probably need to do. Yes, I love that. Thank you for that. I do feel by the time I get closer to my shot date, I start to get the food noise. Yes, because the medication does, wear off as you go. And it resets you though for your next dose, right? That's what I think of it as. Like, right when the food noise is coming, like that day, 5, 6, 7, you're taking it again, right? So if you could just hang on for those 2 days and use some of those strategies about loading up on the protein, eating the fiber, getting that stuff in, I think it'll be helpful. Let's see. Mel says, also, don't forget the half-life. Yeah, that's what I said. The suppression dwindles after 5 days. Yeah. Yeah, and that's when I used to get the food noise. And I still have always, on any of those doses, I could tell when it's, when it's getting to the closer to my next injection. But hold on, because when that suppression, now it sounds like she was saying, Mel, that she hasn't really had any suppression, not like just the last couple of days of the week of her injection. But if you haven't had any suppression at all, I would try a different dose. But again, people are saying that they haven't had suppression ever. All right, so here's Mayor Mindy. Meet the mayor. Look at her profile. I love that. Mayor is saying, Dee Dee is right. I've lost 108 pounds. No appetite suppression, but also no food noise. I'll take it. So I think that food noise is key, right? Because I know Round Amount of Zepbound is in here, and he was saying, that that was the struggle for him, when he was, losing in his weight loss phase, or he was, on weight loss journeys before the GLP-1. The difference with the GLP-1 is he doesn't have the food noise. So when that food noise hits you, that's the struggle right there. That's why a lot of people titrate up to try to get rid of that food noise. So we're going to real quick go over some things you could do before you titrate up. Now, if you need to titrate up, if you're a diabetic, you might need to titrate up for your A1C purposes, your blood sugar regulation. not just the weight loss of it all, right? So that could be a reason why you titrate up as well. But I just love this live stream. I feel like we're being very helpful. I love that. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Mayor Mindy. So we're going to give her some confetti. I love that. Thank you for helping out with that. So that just proves that everybody is different, right? With what we do with these medications, how our body reacts to the medications. You just never know. Okay. You say you just love, oh, I don't know that. Oh, that's the name of the cream. Okay. Oh, the pink one. Okay, so let me take a screenshot of that. Because I'm not gonna write that down. I'm just gonna take a screenshot. All right. Thank you. Is it expensive? I'm on a retirement budget. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So the food noise. So that's great. If that food noise is gone, the appetite suppression might not be, that it might not be as bad. So let's see what happens when you get to that 5, and see if you notice a difference. Okay. Ooh. Yes, I saw the solo bagels at the market. Not so convinced to buy that. Well, I'm going to tell you, the solo bagels, if you want to get the fiber in, but that's a lot of fiber. So unless you're drinking a lot of water, and like let's say you eat a solo bagel, and a lot of times I can't eat my whole breakfast. I'll eat half of it, and I literally, put it and pack it for later, like in a container, and eat it later. But there are times when I eat that whole solo bagel. Well, it has 30 grams of fiber. Now we know we're supposed to get 25 to 35. So if you eat anything else with fiber, you have met your goal plus some. You're probably way over. A lot of people, that eating too much fiber is also something that can get you in trouble. In order to combat that, you're going to have to drink a lot of this water. You're going to have to drink a lot of water. My daughter tries to copy Joe. She says, water. You should hear her. I'm gonna have to let her come on. I'm gonna have to ask Joe, is it okay first for her to talk like Joe? She can talk like Joe. It's funny. But unless you're getting a lot of water, you don't need to be eating that much fiber. Now, I like the solar bagels, but some days, I just feel like I need to eat that little extra boost of fiber, but I don't eat them every day. And you don't get a lot in there, not for nothing. So even if you just ate a half and got 15 grams of the fiber, that would be cool. All right. Okay, so let's see. I hope that answered your question or your statement. Oh, castor oil is good for the neck. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get some. It's called a turkey neck. Yes. Yes. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second, guys. Ladies and gents. She's talking about, I want to talk like Joe. I said, I gotta ask her permission. You can't just do that. Oh, okay. All right. Bev, how are you? She says, Bev, oh gosh, look at this. Look at my girl. Look at fabulous. You guys with these profile pics. Let me get my, as Darian calls them, bifocals. Bev, girl, look at you. Oh my goodness. You look too hot to handle, too bold to control. Go Bev, go Bev, go Bev, go Bev, go Bev. You look good. Jeez, Louise. Great. How are you? He says, good evening. Aw, how are you doing? Okay, tretinoin. Okay, tretinoin, that helps with the neck if you don't want. So I do use that. Is that, I should have brought, I'm going to bring my products one day. I'm product out, but I'm going to bring that. I think what I use has that in there. So I have been putting it on my neck. Bellflower. I've been putting that on my neck, trying to make it work, honey. Trying to make it work. I've been on Ozempic for 6 months or more, and only now do I notice the absence of the food. Oh, it took 6 months. Jeez, Louise. Now, what dose are you on to get to that? To get to the food noise? What dose? Thank you for sharing that. Jeez, Louise, that's rough. Hi, Mayor Mindy. I have appetite suppression on some days. Then on the last days before the shot, it comes back. Okay, so she's saying it comes back. Oh, wow. The last days. Yeah. And I think that's pretty typical, and not everyone, but pretty typical. Grant says, my 15 milligrams has taken 4 weeks to see the effects really start, but going good. Okay, so when you say, Grant, going good, are you losing weight? Because I think we got to remember, and I got to remember, I'm not saying that for you, but for me, because I'm in the teeter right here, right now. I'm trying to think, strategically, when am I going to get to that 15? Will I need to get to 15? I think I might need to get to the 15. And so I got to find out a lot about this 15. Geez, Louise, I got to talk to you, Grant. So Grant, so what have you, it's taken 4 weeks. Are you saying it's taken 4 weeks to lose weight? The weight loss of it all? Is that what we're saying? Let's see. Okay. All right. So Mel is saying the only thing that fixes loose skin anywhere are cosmetic procedures, period. There are many apps for necks. You can improve texture with creams, but that's all. By the way, I just mistakenly put my estradiol cream on your face. So there's that. Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Skin is a tough thing. I was saying I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of hanging skin, but I probably will have it like on my arms and in my belly. Because if my belly flatten up, I'm gonna show you guys one of these days. I'm gonna show a picture of I found a picture where my stomach was the flattest it has been in a long, long time. And so if this stomach can get back flat, it's gonna be having some hanging skin. But that's okay. That is okay. I'm okay with that. I just figure it's like like I take it as like a battle scar. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to rub castor on my neck. I've been using it on my legs, sweeping, and sometimes the face, but not enough. Okay, very good. You like the solar bread too? Okay, we love that. Hi, Jazzy. Jazzy, how are you? Bellflower, this is Bev. Fabulous, Belle. Okay, people are saying hello. Mel put that cream on her face. Mel to the B. What were you thinking? Yes, we love that. I love that. Beverly is always doing something fancy smancy. I love it. Okay, so you're saying this week I have noticed that my breakfast sandwich is your job to finish. Yeah. I noticed that too. I make that omelet and it's just, I can't eat the whole thing with the turkey sausage and the bacon. That's a lot going on. But so guys, I don't think anybody let me know. Is there a vertical and a horizontal stream? Are there two? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because when I scheduled this live stream, see, I'm trying to be into the vertical one too. They're showing me how I look vertically. When I go over to the side, I'm like cut off, but maybe I look smaller on the vertical stream. So maybe I'll stay over there. Jeez, Louise. Okay. Okay, Pam, what is Pammy Whammy saying? Pam is she'll have a procedure. She's like, I'm gonna do it. People use the same type of formulation on their face anyway, so I'm not worried. Okay, about putting that on your face. Botox and fillers are good, but I'm not ready to do that on my neck. You can get fillers on your neck? I didn't know that. 4 weeks for better food suppression. Okay, and less food noise again. Okay, very good. Better food suppression. So I love that. Okay, very good. Oh, Mel, she's saying your profile pic is looking good. We love that. Mel does look great all the time too. All the time. I was on 15 milligrams for 5 months and then the suppression got too strong for me. So I went back to okay. So it got too strong. Geez, Louise, I wonder if I would have that going on too. I'm interested. All right. So Nancy is hitting us with some dropping gems. She said, I learned in school history class that Cleopatra bathed in sour donkey milk. Oh, that doesn't sound so appetizing. Olive oil and honey mixed together to keep her skin youthful. I think I'd rather have some wrinkles. But Cleopatra was a beauty, huh? I mean, geez, Louise. People are doing worse things though to get that beauty going on. So that might not be so hard. Let's see. Okay, so you've been on 2 milligrams, but you have been on that since last summer. Okay. All right. And that's not really a high dose, is it? Or is it? Is that the top dose now? And then they have a 7. Aren't they jumping from a 2 to a 7.5 eventually? I think that's what I recently heard. Okay, so Grant, I do have 2 separate streams. Yeah, because the little phone icon wasn't showing up when I scheduled this live. And then I looked it up and they said it could be something going on with YouTube, during the time I scheduled it. But I noticed my Friday one has the little phone icon. So I thought that was pretty cool. I told you no one could tell the difference. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. I think you're talking about the phone. Just got your third box of 7.5. We'll take tomorrow. Full suppression and no food noise, even a day before the shot. Some weeks you have less suppression, 1 to 2 days before the shot, but not always. No food noise. Wow. I think you're one of those super responders that, has responded really well off the lower ends of the medication. So I think that's awesome. So you're on 7.5 and you've lost a majority of your weight too, probably. I don't know. How many more pounds do you want to lose? Shawnee, how many more pounds? But you're looking fabulous. You need to concentrate on your belly. Yeah, my belly, my arms. I still got a lot of weight to lose, not for nothing, to be honest. Dr. Dubrow from Botch was saying not to do fillers. Okay. Okay, yeah. And did he say why? Other than you're injecting something in your body? I mean, geez, Louise, not for nothing. She was only 39 when she died. Ooh, that is so young. What did she pass from? You haven't found the bagel yet? Well, I get them from Sam's Club. I mean, not Sam's Club. I take that back. Whole Foods. I've only seen them in Whole Foods. Yeah, I haven't seen them other places but Whole Foods. So I don't know. And that's the Hero Bagels and the Solar Bagels. And I'm sure they sell them somewhere else. And I think they have a website. Don't they have their own website where you could buy those bagels? He had some really good updated shows. One was plastic surgery reversed. Then he shows how the BBL will start to sag later and the fillers. Well, yeah, and all that stuff eventually droops. That's why you got to have money. They always say that, right? In order to look fabulous like that, you got to have money to maintain it. Because when it's time for a new one, remember the boobies used to be a big thing that everybody was getting plastic, fake boobies. And then after a while, they were getting them removed. They were sagging. They were causing complications. Some of them were exploding, all kind of stuff going on. So I'm just a big believer in keeping what I got the natural way. Now, it's easy to say that when you don't have money to afford these procedures, right? But I always think, like, gosh, if I had enough money to afford to get all that stuff, would I? And I guess I could have, put stuff on a credit card and had it done too. But to me, that's not really affording it. I mean, like I'm saying, having the money to pay cash and just do anything you wanted to do. You got unlimited funds. I think it'd be pretty interesting. I think I'd be laying on the table. And I don't want to be though. I don't want to be. Okay. She says Sculptra. Ooh, some collagen stimulators for the neck. Interesting. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's see. Okay. All right. She deleted her. Ooh. Oh, so Doses of Shani says she's down 97 pounds. Not sure how much more, maybe 30 to 40 pounds. Ooh, you guys, you're almost at that 100 pounds down. That's going to be excellent. So you can see the 2 streams. Okay, very good. Solar bagels and breads are sold at Walmart, Stop and Shop, Kroger's. And she said she even saw them at Target. Okay. All right, very good. So Doses of Shine said you have to order no less than every 45 days to keep using the coupon. You pay $450. Now, are you paying $450 for the 3 boxes all together? Or are you paying $450 for each box? I wonder. Okay. Yes. I love this show. I just got hooked on to this show. Pam. I was telling it's some things about the show though. I think that they could tweak But I love the whole idea of it. I think it's great. Yeah, go to Whole Foods, but they were just saying Walmart has them too. I haven't seen them. I haven't been to a Walmart in a while, but the last time I was there, I don't remember seeing them per month. Okay. The last time I was there, I don't remember seeing them, but you know what? I don't go often enough to I wasn't looking for them, I should say, the last time I was at Walmart. Okay, my understanding is that fillers over 40, 45 can make you look weird depending on how you age. Thickness of the skin. The problem is some women overdo everything. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. When you start looking like a cat, I mean, that's when it's just, hopefully somebody in your family can warn you. Sola has a website that if you tell what stores sell and what inventory they have at the store. Okay, very good. Yeah, I thought I saw a website. Look at that cute pic. Hey, D. Marie, how are you? Thank you for coming in, sharing that. Shani, 2.5 and 5 don't require reorder every 45 days. Shani said, not the cat. Midi Health started doing tirzepatide compound again, so I left Lilly Direct, almost half the cost. Okay, all right, very good. So Midi Health, the one that sells the hormones of it all, is that the one you're talking about? Not the cat. That's so funny. Are you talking about the Midi Health that sells the hormones? Geez, Louise. Okay, okay. All right, very good. Okay, so let's go on to of course, what time, how long have I've been on here an hour? It doesn't seem like it. Okay. All right. All right, so let's get you guys more involved, to the people that want to be more involved. Okay. So I'm gonna want to see if you guys can let me know, is this considered hunger or is this food noise? Is it hunger or is it food noise? What do you guys think? So this is scenario number 1. You just ate 2 hours ago, but now you want something sweet, which is, this is my daughter. Is that hunger or is that food noise? You just ate 2 hours ago and now you want something sweet. Is that hunger or is that going to be food noise? I'm saying that is food noise. What do you guys think? Oh, okay. So we got a lot of food noise. Yes. Of course, this is the smartest chat in all of GLP-1 then. Yeah, so that is food noise. So if you skipped, so don't skip the eating 2 hours ago, but if you had to skip something, skip that something sweet. Unless you're eating a high, I want to say a high protein bar, right? Something like that. Something that offsets the protein with the fiber and the carbs of it all. So unless you're doing something like that, don't go for that something sweet. Because that's like your food noise kicking in. All right, very good. You guys are super smart. Okay, all right, everybody got that. She says hunger if it wore off after 2 hours. Well, we're not eating rice. That rice. If you guys, if you notice, if you eat rice or sometimes the Asian food can burn off. I feel like that burns off so fast that you're hungry after a couple hours. But okay, all right, we'll take it, Bellflower. What about this one? You feel low energy. Okay, food noise. Okay, very good. So what about this? You feel low energy, your stomach is growling, and it's been 5 hours since you have eaten. Is that hunger or is that food noise? You have low energy, your stomach is growling, it's been 5 hours. If you're intermittent fasting, you can relate to this maybe. Pam says, I was eyeing an ice cream in my freezer, but I blended cottage cheese with an avocado, cilantro, and onion and put it in a reheated taco meat, and now I'm full. Oh, so you opted for the protein over no, we got to give you some confetti for that one. Excellent. I probably would have went with the sweet. Which to me would be this, a protein shake, or I would have probably opted for a protein bar. I don't like cottage cheese though, but I'm gonna try to learn to like it. All right, so all these people are saying hunger. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so Cass is saying food noise, hunger, hunger. That is hunger. The key is your stomach is growling. Like your stomach growling, that's a signal that we need to eat. Unless you're having your stomach is growling for something else. I don't know what else it would be. But I think that that was the key to that one. And the fact that you haven't eaten in 5 hours, that's kind of a long time. But if you're used to intermittent fasting and your eating schedule is a little different, it could be true for you. All right. So what about this one? You're watching TV and suddenly you're watching Downsizing Diva and suddenly you want to eat a snack. Is that food noise or is that hunger? You said I could use yogurt instead. Okay, that might be better. Jeez Louise, that cottage cheese is not my friend. Well, Pam, in 2 hours, honey, hopefully you're in bed sleeping. As you know, in 2 hours, it'll be 11:30. You need to be in the bed sleeping, getting that beauty sleep. Okay, so hunger. Oof, we got a food noise. We got food noise, food noise, food noise, food noise. Food noise. Okay, and the answer is food noise. They say that's food noise. You're watching TV and suddenly you want snacks. It's that triggering of eating and watching something and doing something that most people have going on, but maybe you don't. Maybe you really at that time, that's maybe that is 6 o'clock and you always eat at 6 o'clock and you just happen to be. But I think the fact that you want snacks versus food is the food noise part of it all. Pam, she says, why not just eat the sour cream? Now, that's what I would probably eat, sour cream. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in California. Oh, geez, Louise. Thanks for reminding me of that, Pam. So, okay, that works. I was going to say, geez, Louise. If you have room in your budget, then eat it. Okay, that's true. It depends on who it is, what time they're eating, their schedule, all of that. If the stomach is making noises, that is hungry. Yeah, that's like your stomach's cue that you need to eat. All right, what about this one? And I know this is probably happening with a lot of folks. You didn't eat much all day and now you're starving at night. Is that real hunger or is that food noise? You didn't eat much all day and now it's nighttime and you're starving. Is that hunger or food noise? Ooh, you say food noise. All right, we have some ideas for a Cass that's saying put the cottage cheese in the blender and add it to your eggs. Ooh, that's a good one. Because, at those places like IHOP and I'm trying to think the Pancake House, you know how they say the secret to getting those pancakes big and fluffy is they add pancake mixture. Some people add like cream and like a sour cream to the batter, all these kind of things they're adding to it. So that might not be too bad. Interesting. Okay, I don't know where I left off at. Let's see. Okay, so we got food noise. Is this from the last time? I don't know if yours is from the last time or my new one. But anyway, we got hunger, 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 hunger. We got hunger. Did Kate say hanger? You're hangry. You like this cottage cheese. Okay, hunger. Okay, so they're saying that's real hunger because but it's also caused by overeating because you didn't eat much all day. So when you don't eat much all day and then you get to the end of the night, now you're starved and you're eating. So that's a thing. But again, if you have a schedule where you're intermittent fasting or you're fasting or you're doing something strategically with how you're getting your calories in, it might, be a little bit different for you. So I don't know. Okay, so I'm going with the hunger though, because I can see how if you're starving, that's hungry, right? Starving and hungry. Those were the key words. All right, what about this one? It's day 6 after your shot and your appetite is back. Is that normal or food noise? Oh, it's day 6 after your shot and your appetite is back. We just have been talking about that. Oh, What do you guys think? It's day 6. Remember, you take your injection on day 7. It's day 6 after your injection, right? You're taking your injection. Now you're on day 6 and your appetite is back. Is that hunger or is that food noise? Ooh, trick question. Yes, it was supposed to be a trick question. Now, how are you going to answer it? Ooh, we got some folks up in here answering. You guys are so smart. Your grand gave you some Pringles 2 days ago and you didn't eat it. Okay, very good. You get that control. But I bet you if they would have gave you some Lay's, you wouldn't have been able to pass on that. You know how they say you can't just eat one. Dee Dee tried cottage cheese and bacon sandwich. Ooh, cottage cheese and bacon sandwich. That doesn't sound appetizing. That cottage cheese. I'm gonna have to experiment. I bought some. I'm gonna make my zucchini lasagna with the cottage cheese. So we'll have to see how that goes. Cottage cheese wins for every use, especially for weight loss or maintenance. High protein goals, staying fuller longer, weight loss. Okay, Pam. Pam is laying it all out on the line. Cottage cheese. Get that lady a cottage cheese endorsement. Okay, so I can relate to your son. He does not, he does that with cottage cheese in his eggs. He swears you can taste it. He's big into fitness and he getting that protein in. Okay, all right, very good. I love that. Yeah, people swear by that cottage cheese. I'm just not a fan. What's with the cottage cheese of it all? I absolutely do not like cottage cheese. Aren't there any other options? I guess some people actually like it. Yeah, I don't love it either at all, but I'm trying to try it with my zucchini lasagna. We blend cottage cheese, protein powder, and sugar-free cheesecake flavor, instant pudding. Yummy. Sometimes I add berries for micros and fiber. Interesting. Now that's an interesting concoction. Okay. All right. So, okay. People are saying it's normal. If I haven't eaten yet today, it's probably hunger. If I have, it's probably food noise. Blend up the cottage cheese with a bowl topped with thawed berries and nuts. Okay, so I should add fruit to it, huh? Okay. Yeah, yucky, yucky, yucky. I'm not a cottage cheese person at all. Oh, you said your friend never got on. Okay, all right. Well, tell her to come and visit with us. Mel B, I didn't like cottage cheese either until I put it into a blender and added seasonings, and you can blend it with Greek yogurt to cut it, but make it taste better than sour cream. And Kate says, give us her her stuff. All of our cottage cheese. She loves it. Okay, so Beverly doesn't like cottage cheese either. She tried it in her eggs by blending it, adding it to the eggs, but you just thought, okay, it turned you off. Okay, cottage cheese with some berries. Oh, hey, Elizabeth, how are you? Interesting profile pic. It looks like you're like sewing something. I love that. Cottage cheese with berries and a little bit of honey. Pam said, I hit you with the chat GTP. Did I do it right? No, she said GBT. You're worse than me. Jeez, Louise. Tracy said, I just met her on the call at customer service for my insurance. I talk to anyone. I don't really know her. Her name is Jane. Tell Jane we said, what's up, Jane? Okay, so cottage cheese has high protein. Yeah, that's what they say. Now that's why I went with that over the ricotta cheese, because normally I use ricotta cheese. And I was talking to my friend and she said, oh, you're not going to notice it. I was in the actual store and she said, you're not going to notice a big difference. It's still going to be good. So I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work out, the next time I make one, I'll just use the ricotta. So, but it, the protein is all up and through that cottage cheese. So that's what I was going with. Okay, so what about, here's the answer to this. According to, this research, it says it's day 6 after your shot, your appetite is back. They are saying that it could go either way. It's normal for it to go, and probably not food noise, but it could be for some people. They get the little bit of food noise back. So it's a normal thing. So if either way you call that one, you were correct. All right, you were correct. So so there's that. So I'm trying that lasagna. I'm gonna have to let you guys know. I want to try to record it. So we'll see if I get, the opportunity to record it. But So if your food noise is back, I want you guys to remember these 7 things. Eat your protein first. Stop under eating. That's a thing. People under eat a lot. And I know the GLP-1 medications, you know, allow you to have that appetite suppression. You're not wanting to eat. But if you're somebody, I would say if you're doing that and then you get in a stall, what could probably get you losing again is to get those calories back up to, you know, where you're not in such a huge calorie deficit. You want to be in a calorie deficit, but not in a huge calorie deficit. Plan for your hungry days, which somebody in here, I think it was Nancy, who told us she planned to eat, you know, what she ate on the during the holiday. Hydrate first, get that water in, walk it out, walk 10 or 20 minutes after your meal. Some people are walking more than that, but if you could just do that, that's a good start. That's my start. Identify your triggers. That's important. Know what's going to set you off. Like if those Pringles, somebody said they had Pringles and they walked by them, they didn't eat the Pringles. Well, if you're tempted by Pringles, I would say don't even bring them in your house if you can help it. One of the things I do is when when I'm on my medication and it's really working, none of that stuff tempts me. It could be sitting right here, right now, and I wouldn't want to eat it. But there are times when, you know, some of my daughter's snacks, I walked by when I was having all those cravings and I wanted some. So knowing that and like putting them away, not putting them in my sight, that is helpful. So I had to learn that the hard way. All right. So is anybody celebrating anything before we get off this live? We've been on 1 hour and 15 minutes. Is anybody celebrating anything? Anybody we need to that needs some support with anything? What are you guys thinking? Do you drink almond milk or do you stay away from all things? To Mel, yeah, Mel and I have that in common. I'm not a big dairy person either. I do have some Fairlife milk in my refrigerator right now. I've started actually eating dairy once I started this GLP-1, but before that, I wasn't a big dairy person. She says your lasagna cottage cheese can replace the expensive ricotta. Yeah, ricotta. Well, what I did was I was in the grocery store and I was talking to the friend. And so really quick, I did a comparison of ricotta cheese versus the cottage cheese. And the cottage cheese won out with the protein. That's what prompted me to go, okay, I'm going to go for this because of the protein. So yeah, I need to get some turkey meat because I want to make that. I think I'm going to make it on Saturday or Sunday. And that's going to be my for the week. I was going to make it tomorrow, but I don't have any turkey meat. So maybe I'll stop at the grocery store when I drop my daughter off in the morning and get some turkey meat and make that zucchini lasagna. I'll have to tell you guys how it is. It was tasty. I ran it by the dietitian. She thought it was a great recipe I had. So we shall see. Okay, you're not a big dairy person either. Okay, all right, very good. All right, so anybody have anything they're celebrating before we hightail it off of here? You know, or we can play one more game. I come prepared. We can play one more game if you want to play. If you want to play, plate it or pass it, we can do that. So what do you guys want to do? Do you guys have anything you're celebrating? Do you want to play a quick game of plate it or pass it? Are you going to eat it? Or are you going to go? Okay, Pam says game. So we're going to play just a few more. So my moderators, remind me when it is when we have 30 minutes on the live. So remind me when it's 10 o'clock because that'll be an hour and a half. Right? We start at 8:30. Time goes by so fast. Jeez, Louise. Okay, so this game is called Plate It or Pass It. I love this because I like to see what you guys are eating, especially my friends in maintenance. Plate it or pass it. We'll do a couple, and then I have a couple questions, and then we're out of here. I said 7 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. All right. What about this? Are you gonna plate this or pass it? A grilled chicken salad with the dressing on the side. Are you plating that or are you passing it? A grilled chicken salad with the dressing on the side. Are you plating it or passing it? Mel said 6 minutes. Do you think I can make it, Mel? All right, we got some friends that are plating it. Me too, plating that. Oh, she says, oh, Chi said, I'm passing that. It's boring AF. You got to spice up that salad. Put you some nuts on there, some strawberries, apples. Oh, okay. All right. You go. Oh, bro. Hey, let me see this profile pic. First of all, I don't even need my glasses for this beauty. Jeez, Louise, look how cute you are. Love the hair and the pose. It's everything. D Marie, look how cute you are. Are you at the beach? Are you on a you look like you're on a boat or something. Jeez, Louise. You ladies are fabulous. I just love it. So we're plating it. Everybody's plating that one. Ooh, okay. Mel said add some avocado, pumpkin seeds, tomatoes. Chi Chi is like, Okay, so Chi Chi, what about this, Chi Chi? Are you plating this or passing it, Chi Chi? Donuts at the office. Are you plating it or passing it? I'm telling you, I pass up donuts all the time at work. So that one's easy for me. I'm passing it. Donuts at the office. Are you plating it or are you just having one? What are you doing? Yeah, Ruth is looking gorgeous, isn't she? Love that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, ooh, okay. Live a healthy life. She says she's plating it. Oh, passing it. You're passing it. All these people are passing it. Dang, I passed it until 3 p.m. Oh, donuts. You're gonna have to pass it. Just think that bread. First of all, donuts have the double whammy. It's bread and it's a bunch of sugar, right? Jeez, Louise. Oh man. Okay, so okay, Shawnee is like, I'm passing on that, baby. Jeez, Louise. I made you come out tonight. All right. I love it. Woo-hoo. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Played it, but I split it with my work bestie. Okay, great strategy. So you're not eating the whole thing. I told you guys we're so smart up in here. Pass, but it's not always easy. That is so true, especially at work. It isn't work like for most of us where some of your stress, a lot of your stress comes from. So you want to, have it, but I think that's a great strategy. Chi Chi says maybe splitting it with somebody. Oh my God, I have not had it. Oh my goodness, I haven't had a donut in about a year and a half. Didn't even think of it. So, oh gosh, are we gonna make you want to have a donut, Bab? Okay. Oh, you're bringing in your protein donut. Oh, guilty. I love that. Another great alternative. Uh, oh gosh, I'm good. Okay, so Elizabeth is passing and she says, yes, the profile photo is a quilt I made. Love that. Very cute. I love the colors. I can tell it was something. I figure it's something special to you because you have it on there. Very good. So you probably are a great seamstress. Okay, so I love that. Bringing in the protein donuts. Donuts usually make her sick. Yeah, well, of course, it's going to spike that glucose for sure. You said pass. I don't eat sugar-free over. You haven't eaten sugar. I don't eat sugar-free over. You haven't eaten sugar-free, anything with sugar, you've been sugar-free for 8 months. 8 months. Well, first of all, let me give you some confetti. Jeez Louise. I love that. Now I had a hard time doing that during COVID. I mean, not COVID, Lent. Jeez Louise, and you went 8 whole months. And then Chi Chi, let me give you some confetti for that strategy of splitting it. Where did you say that at? Oh, I love that. Splitting it with your work bestie. Bam. We love that. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, I'm not gonna make okay, so my next time target mail is 10:10. Because I have 1 more minute left. So okay, 7 more minutes. Then I'll be on this live an hour and a half. So 7 more minutes. Okay. All right, Mel. So that'd be 10:08, I believe. Will it be 10:08? That'd be 10:06, I believe. Okay. All right. So what about this one? Ooh, a protein shake for breakfast. Are you guys drinking these protein shakes? If not, cheers. I love these protein shakes. Mm-mm-mm. Geez, Louise, that's what I had. I'll have this in my coffee again on Friday. Don't forget to join me on Friday. Let me put this back up real quick. Friday. We're going to be talking about the GLP-1. I'm going to tell you the story about my dad and his whole situation with Zepbound. And then we're going to go into a little bit more about who should have access to these GLP-1s. It's kind of like a bigger discussion. So be there on Friday at 9 a.m. I'm going to drop my daughter off, come home, make my coffee, hop on this live and talk to you guys. And then you carry me into my weekend. All right. So, people are saying pass, don't eat sugar. Okay. Ooh, wait, is this the I work from home. So what ghost brought in that donut? Jeez Louise. Okay. What is Shawnee saying? Okay, Shawnee said I ate a half a donut at a wedding and my stomach hurt for 2 days. Yeah, and you were probably, your stomach was probably so not used to that. Jeez Louise, sorry about that. She says, I'm glad I work from home because my office, we could eat donut, breakfast, pizza, casseroles. And I'm glad I'm not in that office. Yeah, the office is where that food goes down. I'm telling you, teachers can eat. Teachers eat a lot of stuff, right? And I'm going to tell you guys this story. People used to bring in, teachers, people would bring in snacks and stuff like, parents would sometime, and they still do. But this was a particular time a parent brought in a bunch of snacks, right? And we put them all in the teacher's lounge, and everybody was like, oh no, I don't want to eat that. So they're eating like bell peppers, carrots. They're eating, dipping their celery with like ranch dressing. People were grapes, cheese, just nothing. I'm telling you now, these donuts were delivered probably by the afternoon, because the parent brought them in the afternoon. So after lunch, those donuts and those snacks weren't in that teacher's lounge for a good hour, and they were all gone. Now, mind you, these are other people that were like, oh no, I'll pass, I don't eat that, I don't eat that. Now, this is when I worked at the smaller school, so it wasn't a lot of folks in the building. So people just didn't want to eat in front of each other. They didn't want people to know they was eating those donuts and snacks. But as soon as they thought nobody was watching, they went in there and they got those donuts and snacks. So that story cracks me up every time. So when I see people passing on stuff, it's like, I know what you're doing. When nobody's watching, they walked through that teacher's lounge, grabbed the donut, and kept it moving. But they didn't want to eat it in front of everybody. So I just thought that was hilarious. So yeah, eating that'll get you these jobs. Geez Louise. Okay, so what are you guys saying? You said, you put it in your venti cup with some espresso. Yeah, I love that. I put that in my coffee. Very good. Okay, I drink them, but I swap it instead for coffee. Okay, so people are plating it. Okay, so not a lot of people. Yeah, so not a lot of people are saying they're against those things. What is Mel saying? I have them in the mornings. I do Pilates to hold me over until I eat breakfast. Yeah, they're very good to hold you over. I drink them if I don't have an appetite for breakfast. Yes, I love that. I didn't catch what Mel said. Sorry, Mel to the B. I'm trying to scroll up, but I don't see it. You said I don't even notice the hot sign at Krispy Kreme anywhere. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, let's do one more. What about this one? What about Chick-fil-A nuggets and fries? Are you skipping it or are you plating it? Chick-fil-A nuggets and fries. Ooh. Heck, I have a bunch. We'll finish this game next week. I have 15 and we've done like, I think 5. Ooh, who's having the Chick-fil-A nuggets and fries? Are you plating it or are you passing it? Chick-fil-A. Geez, Louise, what are the Chick-fil-A of it all? All right. Chick-fil-A. Okay, so you're saying skip. Are you guys really skipping the Chick-fil-A? Okay, very good. All right, pass. Skip, yeah. Pass. Skip. Pass. Okay. Skip, please. Okay. All right. Very good. Pass. Hey, Nicole. How are you? How are you? Nicole, are you having chicken nuggets and fries or are you passing it? Skip. And Nicole, how are you doing? How are you doing? I think you had something going on, a surgery. I don't know if you've had that yet. Okay, once in a while if I'm out and about. Yeah, sometimes when I'm with my daughter on our Sunday treat day for me, I would get that. Most of the time though, I love their salad. A treat for me would, instead of the grilled chicken, the treat was to get the fried chicken on there on the salad. So I love that, but yeah. Miss Brenda, how are you? She says, happy evening, everyone. Dee Dee, how are you, Miss Brenda? Okay, Cookie, how are you? Hello, everyone. Give me y'all's nuggets, please. You said not on a Sunday. I love that. Okay, all right. Not Sunday. Oh yeah, because Chick-fil-A is not open on Sundays. That's right. So we would do it, get the chicken though, and we would save it. So we would have it the next day, maybe. Maybe we got it on a Saturday, not a Sunday some days. So I'm like, wait a minute, we do eat Chick-fil-A. Okay, oh, pass it. Not a fast food person. I love that. Pizza. Okay, you like the pizza of it all. I'm so enjoying my heavenly Chick-fil-A. I love that. Chick-fil-A has got to be the worst fast food. The kids love it, but the sodium, yeah, and not only that, they say it's a lot of preservatives in that Chick-fil-A. But I will say, I did this competition where we had Chick-fil-A and we had McDonald's. And so we left the nuggets out, right? The nuggets out. And the Chick-fil-A nugget, it looked wilted and how you would expect something to look if you set it out. The McDonald's nugget, did I say McDonald's? I meant to say McDonald's. The McDonald's nugget looked the exact same. It wasn't shriveled up. It wasn't, Chick-fil-A started to grow mold on it. So I know they say that Chick-fil-A is, not the best with the preservatives and stuff, but it held up against this McDonald's chicken nuggets. I mean, you can ask my daughter. We did that experiment, and I think I might have taken pictures of it. But one of the things I do like about Chick-fil-A too is the reheat of it all. Like you can reheat those fries. Most of the time my daughter gets McDonald's, so get the mac and cheese. So when we do go to Chick-fil-A, if she goes on we go on a Saturday, we get I'll get a salad, eat it the next day, and she'll get the what do you call that? The macaroni and cheese. So she might get a kid's meal, whatever, and then we'll get a mac and cheese. And that's how we're eating it on a Sunday, because they're not open on a Sunday. But it's a good reheat. Like everything you can't reheat. It doesn't, like McDonald's, you can't reheat that stuff the next day. We've tried to do that. It does not taste good the next day. So Chick-fil-A is one of those few fast foods to me that you can reheat. Wendy's is another one. And I'm really thinking about nuggets. It's hard to reheat fries if they're not like those, those fries cut from potatoes. But yeah, so that's what we would do. We would get our Chick-fil-A and then we heat it up the next day. And, we do that a lot. Sunday mac and cheese. My daughter loves Chick-fil-A mac and cheese more than I do. Like she likes my own, the kind that I cook. So there's that. All right, let's see. Somebody said I would get the grilled chicken and the green superfood. Woo! Okay, what is the green superfood? I don't know what that is. That's from Chick-fil-A? I don't know what that is. Don't they have a kale salad at Chick-fil-A? I've had that one time and I didn't love it. Because they put also on that one, they put like a little, I don't know, like a little dressing or coating on it. That doesn't preserve for the next day. I will say that. Let's see. I am 5 minutes away from trying, chia pudding for the first time. Pray for me. Oh, I wonder how that's going to taste. It doesn't look so good. I have not looked at their nutrition facts. Yeah, I wonder how is that it got out that Chick-fil-A is like healthy. The salads are good. I think if you're going to get the salad, and you're going to get the grilled chicken, I think that's good. But it does have a lot of salt and preservatives in it. Allegedly. I don't want Chick-fil-A coming after me. But yeah, you can even taste it too, I think. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm over my time. Okay. All right. Here we go. Thank you, ladies. Oh, I will grab a Chick-fil-A breakfast bowl every now and then. Yeah, Chick-fil-A. Yeah. You know, again, if you're 80-20 and you're not doing it all the time, you're not doing it all the time. But you know, with kids too, you know, I have a little one. I've gotten her to shift from with that nugget experiment. I've gotten her to shift from the McDonald's of it all to more of the Chick-fil-A. But even she really hasn't asked to go to Chick-fil-A here lately. We really haven't been going to Chick-fil-A. You know, Sundays we usually go to get my Chipotle bowl. We get my Chipotle bowl and I, you know, take those bad babies and go for lunch. In the summertime, we'll go and get like an ice cream cone from Mitchell's. I don't know if you guys know what Mitchell's, one of the best ice cream. It is one of the best ice creams I've ever had. So we would go and do that on a Sunday. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much what we would, you know, what we, and it's going to get warm again. So I'll probably be doing that, but I don't know if I get on that 15, it might squash my appetite so much like this 12 and a half did when I first was on it, but we will see. We will see. All right. So with that salad, that's it. Okay. Very good. A drive-through, a small chili. Oh yeah. From Wendy's. Yeah. I used to work at Wendy's when I was, a youngin, 15. Yes. Okay. All right. So with that said, I am going to be out of here. My boss just reminded me. I said I was going to be off this live. You know, I did get my steps in, so I don't have to worry about that. But I have a couple things I need to do, and then I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not keeping my daughter up. She came in here at one point. I didn't know if she was asleep or not, but I'm going to make sure she sleeps. So I'm going to get off this live. I will see you guys on Friday. Don't forget on Friday, come and join the discussion. Bring your coffee, bring your tea, whatever, electrolytes, whatever you're drinking at 9 a.m. And I will see you there. That'd be the last day of my official last day of spring break. Jeez Louise. All right. So I will see you guys then. Have a great night. Bye. Tracy, let me say, Tracy, thanks for becoming a member too. All right. Bye-bye.